What's up, guys? Back again for another movie review, in-theater movie review. And I have a special guest today, my beautiful, lovely girlfriend, Mason.
Hi.
Very happy to have her here, reviewing the movie we saw yesterday, A Place Beyond the Pines. Made in 2012, released 2013, with Bradley Cooper, Ryan Gosling, Eva Mendes, and Ray Liotta. It was a great movie. Really excited to see it. We were talking about it for a few months that we wanted to see it. I really didn't know too much about it, which was a good thing. Trust me, you'll think that's a good thing. Got a very quick synopsis before the movie, and it was just enough to not know at all what was going to happen. Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was really excited to take her last night to go see it, and the movie was really cool because the very beginning. Usually in most movies with time periods, they'll usually say when the movie was. Like if it was 1990, they would say in like a little caption below, like 1990. They didn't do that. They made you think. They made you work for it. They made you try to figure out when the movie was depicted. And we both agreed that the movie was like 2/3 in the 90s.
Yeah.
Didn't we say that? And the last third was when?
Like current time.
Like modern time, like 2012, 2013. Yeah, we both agreed on that. And the reason we thought that was a lot of the different things that were involved when they were trying to show the 90s. What were the things that we said?
Well, the first thing that I noticed was definitely the money that they used. It was definitely like the older currency before they redid it.
That's right.
There was old computer monitors that were like big. They were compact.
Yeah, the compact brand with the Q at the end.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper was wearing the starter jacket.
Starter
it was
jacket.
Old school with like a crazy
Old school,
90s
definitely.
design.
We knew right away this is not now.
Yeah.
Like there's no way this is now.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper had the hairstyle.
The hairstyle, yes.
Kind of shaved on the sides and then like more hair up top.
We were in the theater. I kept saying to her, I said, "That looks like Ben Stiller's character Happy Jack in Tropic Thunder," because it was like an army cut on the sides, but like this big poofy like hair. I don't know. It was just like that looks like Happy Jack in that Tropic Thunder movie. So.
And Ryan Gosling had like the bleached hair. Which
the whole hair.
did not do.
No,
these
the
days.
whole hair. The whole hair was bleached blonde. And I feel like, and I said to you on the way home, we kind of thought that was more of a late 90s, early 2000s look.
Yeah.
Didn't we say that? So that was kind of ahead of its time a little bit. But it's way out of, it's not now. Like no one has a haircut now. So we thought that was interesting.
Not.
Yeah, so those are the things that we picked up that we definitely knew were the 90s.
There was also the disposable camera.
Yeah, they had disposable. Yeah, there was. I'm not going to tell you who because you really don't. We really don't want to tell you too much about this movie because everything's important to not ruin the movie. So if I said more, it'd be all spoiler alert. So I'm not going to go there. But I'll say this: they use a disposable camera in the movie, and right away we both said, this is definitely in the 90s. And the last thing we picked up with the 90s, the reference to the 90s was page me. He goes, if you're going somewhere, just page me. And we both looked at each other like, nowadays it would be text me. Nowadays it'd be text me, not page me. So we both thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like we really liked how well and accurate they did of the 90s. You could just tell everything was. We even talked about how the car that Eva Mendes drove. It was in that movie, it was supposed to be early 90s. The car was probably like an '84. Honda Accord.
Drove like an older car.
An older Honda Accord, and we're both thinking like that is old as shit now, but like it was like old, sort of old there, so it was kind of like a piece of shit. So like it was so cool how they did that. Next thing we want to talk about was probably our favorite characters of the movie. My favorite character in the movie was his character's name was Luke, but it was played by Ryan Gosling. I thought he was really good in the movie. I can't really say how long he was on the movie for or when he was in the movie. But he was really good in the scenes he was in. Really bought that he was an actual motorcycle rider, because like this, if there was a stuntman for him, the transition from him getting on the bike to starting to ride, you would agree.
Yes.
It was so hard to tell. Like the very opening scene.
Even like his image.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the very opening scene, like he gets in that big cage at the carnival and he goes all over the place with all the two other riders. It looks so real that he did that.
Yeah.
And he had the tattoos and stuff. He just looked right for it. But he wasn't trying to overact. Like, Ryan Gosling, I feel like doesn't get the best credit that he really deserves. I think he's actually a really good actor. I know he's a heartthrob for most girls, but I actually enjoy him as an actor. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
But he was definitely my favorite actor. Who was your favorite actor?
My favorite actor was Avery, who was played by Bradley Cooper.
That's right.
I just thought it was every character played the part really well, but I thought that he you really saw all of his internal struggles, and he kind of was linked to a lot of the other characters in the movie, and it was just really interesting to see how he was linked to all of them. Yeah,
no, I absolutely agree with you. It was a tough call for me too between them two.
Yeah.
But the link, the connection with them is just awesome. It was just, oh, that means this, oh, that means that. We were just both like, oh, this is so good. We both looked at each other like, oh, what a twist. Oh, this is great. So we really enjoyed that. But I will say, we talked about, if we would have a second favorite character, that would not be that would be more of a, I guess, a supporter in the film. And I said Ray Liotta's character. His character's name was DeLuca. I never heard his first name in the movie, but he was Lieutenant or something like that, Detective DeLuca.
Yeah.
And he was with the police department with Bradley Cooper. And I really can't say much, you would agree, about his role.
No.
We really can't, because it would just really ruin the movie for you if you haven't seen it. But he was excellent in the scenes he did. He always plays that scary, creepy, but supposed to be noble, police guy. He's always something like that with authority. He always has an authoritative role, I should say. And I really thought he was really good. Everything he said, it was really interesting. It was well acted. Everything he did, he just kicked its ass again as a supporting actor. And he was in there. He wasn't in the movie too long, so it would make you think he was more of maybe a cameo than just an actual big time role. But I do think he'd be considered a supporting actor in that.
Yeah.
Because he has a big name in Hollywood, and he was awesome. I really liked him. But Mason, who was your favorite, second favorite character?
My second favorite character was a guy named Jack in the movie, played by an actor named Craig Van Hook, which I had never really heard of.
None of us have ever heard of him.
Yeah, but he was, he owned an auto body shop in the town, and when Ryan Gosling's character came into town, he kind of took him under his wing, let him have a job at the auto body shop, let him live in this trailer outside of his house.
Yeah.
And
helped him out.
Yeah, it was really, he was interesting to me because I thought, first of all, he played a great typical auto body shop guy.
Down on his luck a lot, glutton for punishment, but
a nice guy, even though he gets himself into some trouble, I guess you could say.
Well, like you said, you think Jack, this mechanic who he seems like he doesn't have a lot of money.
No,
he's
not
always
the smartest guy.
Not the smartest guy, but he's kind of a badass all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just with the stuff that happens. I mean, it's in the synopsis that there's a bank robbery that goes on, but do you know the origin of why the bank robbery happened? And then this is where the mechanic comes in, Jack. And he's just, he was such a great part. And I've never seen this guy in movies.
No.
Have you ever?
No.
I've never.
Yeah.
So, those are really tough calls. I kind of wanted her character as my second favorite, but we both did it separately, and we both said why ours was what. But my favorite was Ryan Gosling. Second favorite was Ray Liotta. And your favorite was who?
Avery, which was Bradley Cooper, and then Jack, who was the auto body guy.
Yeah. So that's what we were thinking about that.
Yeah.
For a genre, I definitely would consider this a suspense thriller with, I would say, also action with maybe a minor in drama. It was definitely probably all four of those. The least amount of drama, because I thought it was just such a thriller. It was really intense and exciting, and the plot twists and where they connect with each other, shocking stuff. I was like, oh geez, that's so good. So we kept thinking like that. Really, I don't want to say too much again about the characters because it wouldn't be fair to spoil that much for you. But I'll say this: two young actors. First one was Dane DeHaan. He played a boy named Jason, and an actor named Emery Cohen, who played AJ. I really can't tell you, right? We can't really tell them about them.
No.
It would really ruin it for you if we told you who they were. But just know that they are really good in the movie, and they're probably in the last third of the movie, right?
Yeah.
In the modern day now, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
But check out them when you're watching the movie. Just remember those names we said, Jason and AJ. They're just awesome. It was just really cool how they showed that. We also talked about on the way home. We talked about if there's any chance for Oscar. And we said maybe the movie.
Yeah.
maybe the movie, maybe some of the stuff, all the producers and directors, writers, all they do like editing or maybe some music, but no, I wouldn't say for acting. I said the movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
2 hours and 20 minutes, and it was 2 hours and 20 minutes for good reason. We also said that because it took a long time for the characters to get developed the appropriate way for the audience to have some kind of connection and or emotional attachment.
Right. And it was action-packed, so I mean, it's not like there was any slow or boring parts. I mean, I didn't feel like I was sitting there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. We kept both looking at each other, talking to each other. I think we were probably the annoying ones in the movie in the way back. Cause I kept talking because I was so excited. This movie was so cool.
Yeah.
The people in front of us didn't say a word, so they were boring. But we just really liked it, so we kept having commentary. But I don't think Bradley Cooper, Ryan Gosling have an Oscar chance. But the movie, it's unfortunate that it was released so early in the year because most Oscar winner movies usually get released later in the year because the people remember it, and I think that's going to hurt it. But this movie was really good that I don't think you'll forget it. I mean, I for damn sure will buy the Blu-ray because I will watch it again. It wasn't one of those movies that, like a Lincoln movie or like any movie that kind of depicts history that's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. You watch it once and appreciate it, but after that you're like, I don't want to see it again. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of hard to like get the whole way through. This movie was intense, fun, exciting, a little funny here and there, and it just had the right things that we were just interested in keep watching. So it's definitely a movie I would rewatch. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I think that's it. Okay. So I have to ask you, what was your rating? 1 to 10. 10 being the best.
I would say I give it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. It wasn't a perfect movie, but I really enjoyed it. I thought all the characters were great. And it was the perfect like length of movie to develop all the characters and just really figure out how they were all connected.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would have to give it a half point higher. I'll say a 9, and I usually don't want to go that high because a 10 out of 10. It's so hard to say 10 out of 10 anymore because there's always something wrng. Especially if you go to imdb.com, there's always goofs. So I mean, there's something wrong with it. Like there's always it's not a perfect movie, as in all for one. But all in all, I mean. But I say 9 out of 10 just because the acting, like Mason said, was just perfect. Like they were so good, and everyone in the theater gave a crap about each character. I really think that each character you would care about. And there were some characters you didn't like, but you still cared about them because they're associated with somebody else in the movie. So it was just one of those kind of things. But I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. We talked for at least 10 minutes about were there any cons in the movie. The only thing I would maybe say a con was some of the accuracy of how the bank robberies were done. I thought they were good, but everything just worked out almost too perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think people would. I think timing-wise, I think people outside of the bank would notice someone would pull up and someone would be yelling inside of a bank. I really think someone would have done a little bit more effort to try to stop it.
Right. Like
maybe get shot and killed.
What he got away with.
Exactly.
With cops,
yeah. Like they maybe get shot and killed for their efforts, but I feel like there would be more involvement outside of the banks where they were robbed. But other than that, I'm being extra picky there, but that's really, it was that good of a movie. It's hard to really pick up what I thought was bad because it was very little if there was any. But anyway, yeah, we really liked the movie, and I hope you check it out. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and if you have any comments you'd like to make or any questions you want to put at the bottom of the screen, please do. Love to answer you. Very happy to have my beautiful girlfriend Mason join the video. She will be back, I hope, and so okay, see you later. Okay, bye.
Bye.